to episode 3 of making your first Scratch game on Scratch. Today we'll be adding a play menu and more obstacles to make it a bit harder for the other players playing your game. First, we're going to make a brand new sprite. We're going to paint it. I am going to do it like this. Going to click on this one. It looks like the cursor, but it has the point at the end. We're going to click this one. Now this one does look like a cursor, but don't be fooled. It's actually reshape. This is select and this is reshape. We're going to click one right there and right there, close the sides, and then double click the really sharp point. Make it curved like a real play button. We're gonna do that for every side. Okay, we're going to add simple text. I'll add it in white first. We're going to resize it. You may resize this to be appropriately sized for your own text. Okay, we're going to duplicate this one. And when we selected the duplicated one, we're going to specifically press backwards only once. We're now going to change the color to black. It'll have a shadow. You could move it to make it a little bit more centered. Perfect. Now that that's finished, if we click the green flag, all of the other sprites are showing. So, simple. We're going to do, when green flag clicked on the player sprite, hide. And then when green flag clicked on the coin sprite, hide. Now, in the button sprites, we will do, when green flag clicked, show. Now, if you want to add a little bit more pizzazz to your thing, we will do if touching mouse pointer, then change size. Then set size to 100. 110 to make it look a little bit larger. I made a little mistake here. It's not an if then, it's an if then else. Because I'll explain to you. Because if we do it, then it'll. I made a mistake. You have to put a forever loop. You have to put a forever loop in between the if then. Because if it covers over it, it's gonna stay enlarged forever. That's why you want to do a set size to 100. Because if it's not, if the mouse pointer is not hovering over it, then it will Then it will not go back to its original size. It kind of looks something like this. Now, if you want to do something, which I will do it. If you don't have to. I will do if touching mouse pointer, then set brightness effect. Let's do 15. And let's do else, in the else category, just do 0. So now it'll have a little effect like that. This is really good for your first game. Now, if we click it, nothing happens. That's why we need to do, when this sprite clicked, broadcast message. Let's make a brand new message. Let's call it start game. And then hide. Now that it's that, if we click it, it will hide. But where are our sprites? Well, that's simple. In the player sprites, you'll do when I receive start game, show. So now if this gets clicked, your player will show. Now, how do we make the coins show? It's the same thing. When I receive start game, show. So So now, it'll just be there, and then show. It'll show with everything. Now, next part, obstacles. How do you add obstacles to your own game? That's simple. We're going to make a brand new sprite. We're going to make a brand new sprite. We're going to name it Obstacles. Now, we're going to add any obstacle you want. For me, it's going to be space debris. I'll do a grayish gradient. A grayish gradient. And then, I'll just resize it a little bit. Make it look a little bit, like space debris. That'll be our obstacle. Now, what we're going to do is, we are going to do, when green flag clicked, hide. And do the same thing we did for both first sprites. When I receive, start game, show. Because when you receive the start game, you have to show it. So it should look something like this. But we have a problem here. If we click it, if we do this, it just doesn't do anything. A way we can change that is by making it so we're going to the player sprite and we'll do if touching obstacles, then hide. So now if we are touching the obstacles, we hide. Or die in a sort of way. Now, it being there is kind of boring. So in our optical sprite, we'll do when I receive start game. We'll do glide 1 second to random position. So it'll just be random position. What we're going to do is if on edge, then bounce. If it's on the edge, it bounces. Sorry. Do not do glide to 1 second to run a position. Just do change X by 10, and you'll do a forever block. Okay. Let's just actually delete both of these blocks. Right now, we'll just put it anywhere you like. I'll put it right here in the corner. It'll be very hard to kill us, but still kill us. So when we play and we show, it would be very hard to get us. Now, remember, if we click it, do this, that. Well, you win. But we have a little bit of a predicament again. It's showing when you put through, we win. So, it's very simple. Well, to this, it's actually not set to the front layer. So we'll do in the when green flag clicked forever, if score equals 10, then show and go to front layer. So it hides everything. And that's the end of today's video. See you next time.